What's going on, guys? Blake, you may know me as Reaper on here. I want to talk about something that I feel should be said to some people. So a lot of people won't like this. A lot of people will talk shit to me about this. A lot of people will tell me I'm crazy, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I got a fucked up mindset. This is not the way you should live. This isn't it's not the right way of thinking. But a lot of people will attack me over this probably. But I feel that it should be said. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about myself. I have for the past 3 fucking years of my life, I've not been I've been in a pretty fucking bad place. I was depressed, anxious as fuck. Did not didn't feel like I had a purpose in life. Now, I was sitting back at the time and just accepting this. I was wallowing in my own self misery. I was sitting here thinking, Blake, you're going through shit in your life. You know, making excuses for myself to sit here and be miserable and make more excuses. Pretty much was what I was doing. Oh, Blake, you got this going on here. You know, your business. This happened with your business. This happened with this happened. You know, woe is me. Poor me, just sitting on the fucking couch, thinking just because I had some money that it was okay. Let myself get fucking fat. I went from 185 pounds. I've never weighed over 200 pounds in my life except one time for a few months. For a few months. I let myself get fucking fat. I let myself get almost 300 pounds. Almost 300 pounds. I got up to, I believe, 283. 283 was my highest. Almost 300 pounds. I went to counselors, went to doctors. They all told me, oh, you know, you're doing the best you can. You know, let me give you some medicine. It'll help you. You know? And what did I do? I bought into that. I bought into that mindset that, oh, it's okay to feel like this. It's okay to be like this. You know? I accepted that. And I don't even know. I can't tell you guys what will help you. I'm not even preaching at you guys. But I woke up one day, and this was from no doctor. This was from no medication. This was from no counselor. This is from no fucking. This is from nobody but me. I got up one morning, I looked in the mirror, and I said, "You're fucking fat. You're wasting your fucking life. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're 30 years old, man. You got comfortable. You thought just because you had a good job, you was making decent money, just because you thought that you were controlling your life. You let your life, I let my life control me, basically. I got comfortable. I got miserable. And I let a couple things that should not have detoured me to the point it did almost ruin my fucking life for 3 years. For 3 fucking years. I almost let it ruin my life. I was miserable. And I made it my job to make other people miserable. I was a fucking piece of shit person. I really was. Like, and I had no qualms about looking back. And the people that's watching this thinking, man, this guy's pretty fucking hard on himself. Like what? Like, it's not being hard on yourself. It's the truth. I was I was a mediocre person that accepted it. I was a I was a lazy person that accepted it. I was comfortable being comfortable. If that makes any sense at all. You can't let your mind get to that point. I got I was so fucking soft and so big of a pussy that for 3 years I let my mind control me to the point that I abused drugs. I mean I'll be 100% honest here. I fucking Xanaxes became one of my best friends. Cocaine was not an enemy at the time. I mean, this is shit that have this is shit that goes on in people's minds that they don't tell you about. And this is why I feel people need to speak about shit like this. You know, you might see somebody and you might think to yourself, you know, this person in life is I want to be like this person. Like they have a great life, they have a great job, and, they post all this shit on social media that their life's great. A lot of people sit back and think, I want that. Not knowing that those people posting that stupid shit on social media talking about how happy and good their life are, they're just as fucked up and miserable as you are. They really are. But no, most people won't come on here and talk about their downfalls. They won't talk about what has led them to where they are in life. They won't and they make excuses for themselves. And just to go back to that point, like, most people, well, like, I sat there for 30 fucking years miserable. And when I don't mean saying sit there. I don't mean to keep saying sit there and pointing, because I didn't just sit there. I fucking wallowed in my misery for 3 years, justified excuses in my mind. And the scariest and the saddest part about this is, if I would not have woke up one day and said, what are you doing with your life, man? Like, I'm 31 years old now. Like, I had to have this conversation with myself. Like, everyone has this thought in their head that, hey, you're not good enough. Hey, you're not going to make it. Hey, you can't do it. Everyone has that. No one wants to hear it, though. Everyone wants, and I'm the same way. I was a fucking pussy, right? Like, I'll admit I was a pussy. I would justify quitting in my mind before shit even happened. I would justify excuses in my mind before shit even happened. For the past 3 years of my life, I can't stress this enough, I have been miserable. And it scares the shit out of me to think that if I wouldn't have woke up and just one day flipped a switch and said, what the fuck are you doing? It's hard telling where I would be at right now. And I think people want to be coddled too much. I didn't need to be coddled. I was getting coddled for 3 fucking years of my life. I was having this person tell me, oh, you're fine, it's normal, this is normal, it's part of life, And then you had this person saying, it's okay, things happen, you'll get through it, pray about it, do this, do that. At the end of the day, none of this shit's going to help you. You praying's not going to do fuck all for you, right? Like, what the fuck's praying going to do for you? You have to get the fuck up and do it. And I don't mean this to be negative towards anyone. I don't mean this to be like, oh, you're depressed, get the fuck out of it. Just snap out of it. You can do it. I'm not saying that. It's not that simple. I still struggle to this day with shit in my mind. Every day it's a fucking battle inside my mind. But I'm learning to control it. I'm learning to accept my downfalls in life. I'm learning to accept my vulnerability. I used to give a fuck what people thought about me. I did. I was like, just thinking back about my life, man, I wish to God I could go back to myself as a teenager, smack the fuck out of me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I wish I had this mindset and this mentality all the way back to when I was a kid. I used to fucking care what people thought about me, to the point that, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I would obsess about what people thought about me. I would give a fuck what people thought about me. Like, in school, I had to be the most popular kid in high school. Thought I had to be this person. After school, I thought I had to be this person. In sports, I thought I had to be this person and that person. And it's just, I put myself in a position to where I put standards on myself of what other people expected of me. It actually put myself in a position to where I limited myself. Because I was so worried about, oh, I need to go get $100 pair of fucking American Eagle jeans, because nobody gave a fuck about Gucci and all this shit when I was in middle school. It was American Eagle, Hollister, and shit. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Supreme, Off-White, whatever. Nobody cared. So I thought I had to be cool wearing these blue jeans. American Eagle, had to be Hollister, prep the fuck out. Then I thought I was black for a couple of years and had to get $200 fucking jerseys. Like, to fit in. Like, what the fuck is this life? I mean, for real. Sit back and think about this logically. Right? And I know I'm rambling. But seriously, like, you care too much about what somebody thinks about you to this day. Like, I even, to this day, catch myself, like, worrying about things. wondering about things. Like, you have to control your mind to be like, I don't give a fuck. There's times where I want to quit. Like, there's times where I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know what, Blake, you learned this today. Let's just stay here today. Let's just stay here and we'll smoke. We'll smoke. We'll do some dabs. We'll smoke some weed. You know, play some video games. You earned it, man. You earned it. You did this. You did that. And I have to tell myself every morning, and this is no exaggeration, almost every morning I have to tell myself, you're a fucking pussy. Get the fuck up. Go run. Go hit the bag. Get some weights going. Do something. Because you're going to feel like shit and be miserable and regret this shit later today. You're going to regret this shit tomorrow. You want to look back tomorrow and say, well, could have done that yesterday, but, you know, I decided to fuck off. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't sit here and give yourself different excuses not to go out and do something. Just get the fuck up and do it. You can't do a goddamn thing unless you're willing to try. And unless you're willing to fail. And get the fuck back up and do it. And I'm not trying to do this whole, you have to depend on yourself 100%. I'm not trying to make you think you're alone in the world. I'm just trying to make you realize you're the only person that can control this. Don't let this control you. Because I let this control me for 3 years of my life. I could have went down a very different path than this right now. I could be still taking Xanaxes out the ass, not knowing where the fuck I was at half the time. I could still be... Like, I'm not even going to go into all this shit in this video. I mean, if people want to hear it, I'll go into it, but I've done a lot of shit, man. Over the past 3 years, I'm not proud of. I've done a lot of shit that I regret doing. I've done a lot of shit that I look back on and 100% will take responsibility on and will say, I was a fucking pussy. I was too soft. I let my mind get the better of me. And again, don't misconstrue this as me saying, oh, if you're depressed, just get up and snap the fuck out of it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, get the fuck up and do something. You'll feel a little bit better.